Atlanta, Georgia. I have with me my man, the co-host, Sonny Sia. We will be having an exclusive interview with Mr. Darlington Curtis, commonly known as D. Curtis. And I will pass it on to my man, Sonny, to introduce our guest and get things moving.
And thank you so very much, Mr. Denejas, the host of this program. Mr. D. Curtis, folks in cyberspace, first of all, I want to say thank you for joining us on this special program with our man D. Curtis, a special interview with D. Curtis. D. Curtis is a Liberian, but he is not just any other Liberian. He is a Liberian known comedian, the one and only in North Africa so far that we know. Folks, welcome and welcome to this special edition. D. Curtis, welcome to Focus on Liberia, my dear brother.
Focus on Liberia. Thanks for focusing and zooming on D. Curtis. I appreciate the love and the support.
That is the man there, D. Curtis, who is here with an exclusive interview with our team here at Focus on Liberia. Dennis, this is gonna be exciting. We have a celebrated today.
Right, D. Curtis, the multi-talented guy, and I'm excited, D. Curtis, to have you. We at Focus on Liberia, as the name suggests, we like to educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. And we watch your videos, we see what you are doing, working so hard. So management decided to have the spotlight on you today, and we are so glad that you could honor our invitation.
I appreciate it, man, Dennis. Your excitement, making my own excitement to be exciting right now. So right now, all of that exciting me.
Again, that is the man that D. Curtis. He's here. We will learn a lot from him. You have seen him probably on your technological devices. You heard from him. You have seen his performances. But we are here today to bring not only his artwork, but also his human side. And so, folks, if you have just joined us, we will now ask you to share the show with your contact so that people who are also in your contact will have the opportunity to hear from our brother, the man, D. Curtis. And so, folks, this is how we will start it. Mr. Curtis.
Yes, sir.
The man Curtis is known in the Liberian community, but not much is known about him except that he is a comedian. So tell us a little about yourself. Who is D. Curtis?
D. Curtis is an entertainer. When you hear the name D. Curtis, just think about entertainment. Anything you can imagine entertainment-wise, that's what D. Curtis is. D. Curtis is a comedian. He is an actor. He's a singer. He's a songwriter, all of those put together. And also he's an MC, the man that MC your wedding, your baby shower, your divorce party. When you get rid of your husband or you get rid of your wife, you want to celebrate, you invite me, I will host the divorce party, we'll celebrate. So any kind of entertainment you're thinking about, like me, you can be it musically or politically, I'm the man.
Again, folks, as you can see, D. Curtis is excited. It's going to be a thrilling show here with us here Focus on Liberia. Stay with us, share the show as we go right into it. And we will start with something that, because you are a comedian, your job, part of your work is to make people laugh, to beat down their stress level a little bit. There is something that has become widely known in Liberia now: ruling position, no position, opposition, zero position. As a comedian, what position you in? You zero position? A lot of you zero position.
My man, the player, as for me, a down position. Now, and I'm down. Anyway, I'm just sad. For me, anywhere I see fun, I make fun. I see something funny, I take it, I laugh with it. Everything right now is an opportunity for material for me to make my people laugh. But then again, my Liberian people, when I vote the paper, they say, oh, our opposition. When I vote the opposition say accident. So right now, nobody now want me as a stepchild, the outside child. You just put me in the way you won't put me. I just useless. No, no,
Again,
I don't get position. I don't get position.
all right, folks, that's the man, D. Cordes. He's of no position right now. Okay, folks, we will now go into our program. Comedy is a calling to some people. Being a comedian is also a profession. Tell us, this thing, has it been something like a passion that you have now turned into a profession? How did they all start with you?
I think it's a hobby that now turns into a profession. I've been the class clown from day one. You know, I probably some of my high school, middle school friends will be watching it. They will confirm that. I'm the guy in high school, middle school, elementary school. As soon as the teacher walk out the classroom, bloop, I jump and I'm in front of the entire crowd making fun. And then as I grew up, you know, into the church and stuff, as I led worship in church, I'll do comedy skit in church here and there. But all of this took a whole different route during the 2016 presidential election between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. It was a lot of material, you know, out there and stuff like that. So I just started going live and making fun of the whole thing. And people started laughing. I'm like, oh, you know what? Then I guess I can continue to do this. So that's how all of this started. And then I started thinking about, okay, how can I continue to make people laugh at the same time get money into my pocket? So I blend the two together. That's how I started.
Wow, that is so interesting.
Wow. So what do you do outside of comedy? You work, or that's all you do? You went to school. Let's talk about your upbringing. Where did you grow up? I assume you are Liberian. Sometimes I look at you, I say, this man is Sierra Leonean or Liberian, or who is he? So let's go towards your family background or whatever, if you don't mind.
Well, D. Curtis is an F, baby. They born me in one country, which is in Liberia. They born me in Liberia. They take me from Liberia. They carry me to Sierra Leone. They face me there a little bit, give me some little bit discipline. They take me from Sierra Leone. They carry me to Guinea. For a little bit in me from Guinea, Africa, Senegal, Dakar, Gambia, and then now to America. So I just been everywhere. I'm gonna say I'm confused. I know where I'm from. So like D is there. So, but originally, both of my parents are from Liberia. My dad is Kru, my mom is Kram. I can't speak none of those languages, unfortunately. I picked up a lot of language along the way. At one point, I spoke about 6 different languages, but now I think it's narrowed down to 4. Some all of the other 2, I can't speak it anymore, but I still remember. Professionally, I work in the financial industry. I started from entry level all the way to upper management to managing a bank, which is what I do currently. I won't mention the bank that I work for, but I'm into finances. That's what I do professionally. So, but the goal here is potentially to be self-employed. And as much as I love the finance word, but if I can do entertainment and hosting and entertainment full time, that is the goal. That's what I'm pushing for me to be able to work for myself.
Okay, as a comedian, one would think that there might be other comedians who work. You look at and you tell yourself, if these people can do it and become successful and independent, I can do it. You want to mention maybe 1 or 2 who have been like a motivation to you?
Definitely. Trevor Noah is my icon, my role model. I love the way he positioned himself. He's a classic comedian. If you know Trevor Noah, he's usually on the Daily Show. He's always into politics and talks about Donald Trump and everything. I think he's kind of like a democratic figure and stuff like that. So that's my icon. And eventually that's what I want to do. You know, once we Liberians can understand that it's nothing personal, it's just fun, then I'll be able to hit our community real hard with those type of, you know, comedy where I tackle the government and tackle real issue while delivering those issues, put some jokes and stuff in it. So Trevor Noah is the type of guy that I like. And even off, you know, out of the studio when he's on stage, his stand-up comedy is amazing as well. The way he dresses, the way he carries himself, I love it. Apart from Trevor Noah, the other person that I look up to dearly is Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is super funny. And the aspect I love about Kevin Hart, when you look at Liberian comedy, most of the time we tend to tell a story about, or sometimes we make up story about things that are happening out there. But Kevin Hart is someone that tells you about what is happening in his house. He uses his family, his kids, and his immediate family and friends to make joke out of it. And you know, that's the aspect that I love, and that's what I'm looking to bring to the table when it comes to stand-up comedy. You know, bringing my family issue, turning it around and making it out of joke.
As I told you today's panel.
All right. Talking about those two individuals, how you were able to just tell us their emphasis in terms of their community. You talk about the guy who is based in, I believe he's in Great Britain, right? Noah.
He's in the United States right now. Trevor Noah is here in the U.S. He works in the U.S. now.
Yeah. I've seen some of his community too. And when you follow him, you will get to know that he's mostly focused on the politics. You know, his community is, you know, politically focused. And then you talk about Kevin Hart, who is like a family kind of person. Now, you being a Liberian, are you thinking about a focus point for your community? You want to do family related, or you just want to put everything like a one package?
So I'm going to combine the both as soon as I figure out how to deal with my people without offending them, for them to know that it's all fun. Mm-hmm. I'm going to combine the both. You're still going to have, you know, the funny videos from me. And then when I'm booked in person, you will have the stand-up comedy, which will entail with me telling you stuff about my upbringing, my family, my wife, my kids, and stuff like that, and, you know, make fun out of it. But then I will also have the aspect where I will do like what Trevor Noah does, you know, pre-recorded and put it up, and see how our people react to it. If the reaction is receptive, then maybe I will venture into that more. If it's not receptive, then maybe I venture out. Instead of just zooming in on my people, I can just go broadly, so that way, you know, if my people are not too welcoming to it, other communities such as the Nigerian, the Ghanaians, they can also follow suit.
So far, how has it been when you?
Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Sometimes when I do some of these, especially these political videos, when I do some of the political videos, you know, I do get some attack, you know, personal attack. But for me, I tend to respect people's views. And I just wish people will understand, hey, it's not that serious. You know, let's just laugh. You know, after all, politics is already intense. So why don't just allow the comedian to just come in and just, you know, de-escalate some stuff and just make people laugh. Yeah. Other than that, other than the politics side, comedy's been great. People, Liberian been supporting, Liberian been booking me and stuff like that.
So let me play a clip of one of those side and see whether that is politically or
okay.
So we're going to show you one of these. I think you already have an idea.
Boys and girls, it's been a tremendous semester. And as I told you today's panel, we only have 5 questions. Each question carries 20 points, which comprises 100% of the grade. I don't want anybody talking to anybody. Everybody here should be into the paper. You understand me? Okay, I can see all of you focusing right now. Your head bent down, so I think you're ready to take the test. So good luck to you. Josh. I mean, not ready more too. Yeah, not ready more too.
Getting serious now.
But we I think I'm not ready more. Can you question that myself? Can you phone for a question like that? We playing that thing now. We are my man, Joe. I would tell the teacher. Teacher! The man go in. They got to need the teacher! 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 The man's spot. The man's spot. Y'all going on and finish spot in the man's spot. His spot. The people, you rap with the people, Jana. You rap with the people, you're having people, you were taking the test. The people, you rap with the people, you put it outside the man's spot in here. You're far behind the man to the door.
D. Curtis.
Yes, sir.
So that was a protocol piece there. Before we bring you in there to talk about it a little bit, let me give a little context here. I believe it was the time Ada Lawrence died, and the president went in
Before that,
to sign his vote of condolence. And we are told that he has, pre-written his statement, what he wanted to write. And so he got that, and he was looking at it, and then he was writing it. And then everybody like, oh, President Weah can't write, or he's not independent-minded, he's spying and all that. And you saw that as an opportunity as a comedian, so that we as a community, as a people, can laugh about it. And you did so excellent, and that was very genius of you. What do you think?
Thank you. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. His Excellency George Manuel Weah, I respect the guy. I respect him very much. He's an inspiration to a lot, given his background, where he came from, and what he was able to achieve in his professional career as a sportsman, and to go into the highest office there is. I respect the guy. He's achieved a lot. It's a motivation to any one of us that we can achieve whatever it is that we set our heart to go for. So yeah, when I saw, the video, I came from work that day. Actually, I was at work. And people were sharing the video, and people just posting everywhere. Oh, the men's spot, the men on spot. Oh, the men door, the men on door. I was like, what going on here? So I saw the video. When I saw the video, I said, no, I got to jump on this. I came home that same night. That video came out. I came home. I shoot my own, edited that same night. I was up to 1 a.m. editing that video because I wanted to make sure it hit quick before it go out. Yeah. And I just put it together. So I was like, okay, me and the man in class together, me and him finished planning for us to spar on the test. Then we come in and the man, I can edit saying, no, know me. And they're there yelling, calling all the name, but sunshine. The man won't give me the test, But yeah, that's exactly what it's about, about comedy and making people laugh.
And so what happened? You reported him to the teacher?
That physics teacher, the teacher was snowing. What kind of teacher that you can't teach the class and you start sleeping? The teacher was all that yelling, one was yelling. The teacher woke up, oh, open your eye. He even said nothing, went right back to sleep.
And Bakugwe left.
And guess what?
What?
After all that thing what Bakugwe do, he feeling minimum everything. He still failed the test.
Oh. Folks in cyberspace, you are just joining us. This is Focus on Liberia. We are having a special exclusive interview with one of our own, the man D. Curtis. D. Curtis is a comedian. And again, like Curtis said, comedians do these things for us to laugh and not be too serious about the things happening around us. these things help to also reduce our stress as humans. Sometimes politics gets so intense, and that was his only intention. And his intention was not to denigrate the president in any way. We believe that that's helped all of us to have the opportunity to laugh. That's the main difficulty, Daniel. What do you think?
The cut is I wonder, I know, or things like that, you will have some backlash of, oh, the man is as you said earlier, oh, he's opposition or something. But what do you think? You think the president saw that, and I wonder what his reaction will be.
I know for a fact the president saw it, because I know somebody were close to the president. The president tell me, he said, as soon as I dropped the video, like the next day, the president called me and said, "My man, you stupid, huh?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "That video, what you did, you damn stupid." I was sitting there right near the puppet when you show that, when you drop that video. I showed the puppet that video. So he saw it. And my prayer here is, I hope, because the person that told me, the person said he laughed about it. So, I'm hoping that he didn't take it seriously. However, the people that support the president, they didn't take it as a joke. So even there, getting Obama picture, getting the Queen of England picture, and posting a picture underneath the post to prove to me that other people do the same before. I should do my research before I do these videos. I'm like, are you kidding me? I just continue to laugh. That's all.
Yeah, no, I think that was funny, and that went viral. Really, it was widely shared. But I see that sometimes what goes into. Do you have that also the expertise of this technical editing? Because I see you divide yourself into 2, 3 sometimes.
Yeah, I have to learn. I have to learn to act. One thing I tell people, YouTube University is very good. I bought myself a software. I spent some time on YouTube University learning how to edit and stuff like that. The only challenge here, at first when I started, I used to use my phone. I got to the point where I was able to raise money. Some of my fans gave me money, and then people booked me, and I used the money. I bought a camera. My son helped me, to shoot. And once he's done shooting, I put it in the computer and do my own editing myself and put it out there, So I try to do a lot of stuff myself. I'm that type of person that, if I have an idea or I have a goal, I want to reach that goal. I don't want any hindrance. I don't want somebody telling me, "Oh, my man, I can't do it today. I'll do it tomorrow." Setback. So I had to learn all these things and do them myself. So yeah, I edit my own stuff and I put them out there. I teach my son what angle to shoot from and stuff like that, and he does it very well for me. And then I edit it.
That's very impressive, because the children, half of them, for you to get them to help you do something.
I'm telling you, this is America. Everybody busy. You depend on somebody. When a person come from work, the person not get a chance to do it or not do it. But if like there's something you want to do yourself, like I mentioned earlier, I was on that thing until 1 a.m. You will make sure you do what you got to do. That's just life. You want to succeed in things that you're doing. You gotta be relentless. You gotta go for it, and you gotta do it.
All right.
Actually, before you go, because I want to play this video, because this one make me laugh even more than the president one. Because and Curtis, you will not even guess which one is that.
But I don't even know which video that said, because they're all plenty over there. They just check out everywhere on the internet.
Many useless person, alone many. Hey, my sister. You feel say like man and useless. Salomon de halaki. I don't feel say na woman born them. They useless, oh, they useless. We need to let them know, baby. You ready for that? We tell them. Yes, we get a message for you. You begin.
Doing it different.
Hitting my own toilet tissue. He only need me when he boo. He never tell me nowhere, can't introduce me. Every day I email or let us put paper. When he get even by it, his Facebook page that taboo. My picture not even on it. My picture not even on it. Nobody know we dating. Nobody know we dating. But whole day he won't came my door. My teeth said now swell up. My sister wait till I drop me on funny beats. Salon boy, I know say you fine. But listen, You know, we don't have a host, have no clean waste. Bring the money for coffee down. You know the can cacao way with the smell? You know how? I come on, I walk, I tire. He still one boss me cherry. And I don't get hats. I see what Kanye West say, eh? Heartless water man then. Useless. Titi drag your logo.
What was going through your mind, D. Curtis? What message you trying to send here?
Those two Jew now, I LIB Jew, and I said Luna Jew, Fatimata. You're getting got a lot in store, y'all stay tuned. They're getting got a lot in store. So you know, Aminata and Fatimata, the two getting, let me say Aminata. Fatimata, the Sierra Leone girl, she friendly with a Liberian girl. And you know, and this is a typical conversation that, you know, our ladies be having. And they say, the Liberian girl say Liberian men are useless. The Sierra girl say no. Sierra men are useless more than Liberian men. So they trying to explain how we useless. And you know, and that's what the video was about. The girl say, the man treating her, just say she toilet tissue. What did she in her heart? Let me ask you, when the last time you're leaving your home, you take your toilet tissue you carry with you? You not carry toilet tissue anywhere? You not carry toilet tissue anywhere before? We can't. The toilet tissue just right there in the bathroom. Anytime we finish doing the poo in there, we use it. So that's why the Jew was saying, she not on a man Facebook. Nobody knows she and a man dating. But whole day the man won't be watching, the man won't be killing her dog. What he said, I guess, well, he ain't get that. Won't be so. What they were talking, the Saluna guest said, you know, she been working. The men are doing nothing, just laying out in the house. You know, they got some boy colors now. The just in the crib, both day, the junior work, they bring them out. So that the flower there, they getting what we're talking about.
And I know a comedian always trying to, is this an issue in the community that you see that you want to address through comedy, or is just something that you just fiction?
Exactly. Like if you look at all my comedy, there are hidden messages in them. You know, for that girl or that guy that is treating that girl like that, that is a hint for him to know that this is how she feels. So you know, you can do something about it. And for that girl that is in that relationship, she can finally go and say, look, this is exactly how I feel. This is how you're treating me. I don't feel valued. Nobody know of us. Are you ashamed of me, or what the deal is? You know, and that can spark a conversation, and that conversation can lead into something positive. Maybe now the guy can change her profile picture or put her picture there so she can be happy, maybe for 2 days or so, or maybe he can carry her off for dinner, you know, out with the hobby, you know, so she herself she can post. We got a competition out here together and competing. Everybody wants to show that junior on Facebook.
So that means that comedy is not only to make people laugh, and sometimes you guys put, like you said, hidden message in there so that people can learn from this kind of thing and see themselves in the mirror and make the necessary adjustments. So you communicating with the wider audience, this is what's going on around you, and you can do better, and you need to improve.
Exactly.
All right, folks, in cyberspace, again, you have just joined us. This is Focus on Liberia in an exclusive interview with one of our own, D. Curtis, the comedian, the one and only Liberian comedian that we know here in North Africa. Folks, if you just joined us again, please share the video. My name is Anthony here, the co-host, and Mr. Dennis just right there as the main host. Earlier, you were talking about you thinking about going all in. When I say all in, trying to make this as a full-time career, because it's a passion that you are now trying to turn into a career. And you said to us that if all goes well for you, maybe you can leave your work, you know, your banking work that you're doing, and then maybe you can establish like a little business so you can go into comedy, because many people who are in comedy, they are very successful. What are the challenges that you see in front of you with this mindset that you have?
Well, my number one challenge is the fact that when I started my comedy, I started holistically as a Liberian comedian. And what that did is it only presented me to a very little market.
Yeah.
I'm only catering to Liberian people right now. The way I started, my D. Curtis, the D. Curtis character, I speak in Liberian colloquia, and in as much as the craft is funny, most people don't really understand our colloquia like that. So it limits my reach as to who I can reach out to. That's been one of the biggest challenge. So in order for me to make this a career and branch out, I have to get to the point where I start speaking standard English, like I'm speaking right now, so other people can be able to understand me and then book my services and then laugh at my comedy. And that way I will have a better success rate. I'm not saying I don't like being a Liberian comedian. I will always be a Liberian comedian. I love it. But in order for me to reach the word at large, I can't continue with the colloquia, or I have to break it down a little bit for other people to understand what I'm saying. That's been one of the challenges. And if you look at it, which is the reason why I use the Creole sometime to tap into the Sierra Leonean.
Promoting the man D. Curtis, one of our own, a Liberian comedian who is in this business to not only make us laugh, but to also teach a lesson or communicate information that we can benefit from as a community. D. Curtis.
Yes, sir.
You MC as well. You were talking earlier about people reaching out to you. I mean, you get a lot of inquiry, but those don't necessarily turn into business. And you talk about maybe because the market is limited and then you're trying to broaden it. So in terms of broadening it now, you want to open it up. How you plan to do that?
Well, by making sure my accent is not that thick when I do my videos, for other people to be able to understand. Because we have a Liberian comedian, and you can reach out to her too. She's very good. Her name is Faith Nelson. She's very good. She does comedy as well, but even though she kind of speak like regular Liberian English, it's not as deep as I do mine. So other people can understand her. So by me doing that, where other people can understand me, and then people can book me and stuff like that, I think it will go a long way. So the more followers I end up getting, the more community I reach, the more people that are laughing to the material, the better it is, and the easier it gets for me to move from, working for somebody to be making this a full-time career.
I know this might be a challenge. Earlier we were talking about the Noah guy and other big names. And I know for sure it's difficult to get to these kind of, big names in the business. But can that be a goal, or is that a goal that maybe you partner with one of them and maybe you guys do one craft, and maybe that could be boom, you are out there on the international scale, and then the money can start flowing in, because we want you to be a successful Liberian comedian known internationally. You thinking about that?
Yeah, I think all things are possible with Christ. There's nothing that God can't do. This Trevor Noah guy that I'm talking about, he's way out of my league. He's not anywhere near here. This guy is way big. Yes, I've made effort to reach out to him, like I do from anybody that's a comedian that is out there that is bigger than me. I reach out to all of them. But the possibility of them looking at your craft to come and talk to you is pretty slim.
Yeah.
So the goal to get to that level is to continue to work your base, increase your fan base, and then try to go out of your community and continue to increase that fan base. Once you get to a certain level with the fan base, that's when you start to get the attraction of others that are higher than you. Because it's really difficult for those that are in it, entertainment, to look down. Yeah. Everybody's looking up. Everybody's looking up. So when you get to that level where you are on a certain level with other people, then they start to look at you. And then when they start to work with you or network with you or collaborate with you, that opens another door for you to get to the next level. So the goal is to work the bottom very well and get myself to where, other people will start to, okay, this guy got something going on. But for right now, it seems like everybody's sitting back and watching. Let's see. Maybe this thing will die down. Maybe he jay here for a little bit. It will die down. But, if you continue the momentum and continue to push, then, you get to a whole different level.
Okay. Curtis, let's talk about comedy in the Liberian community and also comedy in Liberia. But before that, I want to announce to our viewers that you can join the discussion by calling 605-313-6004. The code is 79143. We see a lot of Liberian comedies online on Facebook, like you already made mention of Faye Nelson. Man, she made me laugh the first time I watched her talking about how Liberians women wake their husband up compared to the white women. That was so funny. And we have a lot of
Yeah.
them. So what is the working relationship, or if you are in contact with other comedians in Liberia, what is that? Is there an industry or a way that all of these comedians are working together or collaborating somehow?
Well, I'm in connection with a lot of Liberian comedians, both here and in Liberia. The relationship we have is more so of a personable relationship as opposed to that of a business relationship. The only person I attempted to have a business relationship with at one point was my boy Paul Flomo, and I was trying to see how best I could bring Paul Flomo to the U.S. for us to put up a show. That plan is still there. Hopefully, God will open doors for me, and that way, that will open doors for him as well. But for right now, there is not like a business relationship going. There's not like a business aspect. So far, business-wise, I think Phil Nelson is the only one that is really, getting really good pay out of this comedy thing. Now I'm starting to get paid too, simply because of my hosting. Hosting events and doing the stand-up comedy. That's where I'm making money. But the online thing is there's no revenue for this moment. But yeah, I am in touch with Paul Flomo. I admire the guy a lot. I'm in touch with Joseph Dean. That dude is very good. I love Joseph Dean. For some reason, Liberians, I don't think we see the talent that guy have. Dude can switch from every aspect. I'm in touch with Joseph Dean. At one point, I had the contact of pretty much almost all of them because we formed like a group, the Liberian comedian group. But then the group broke away too. But just one or two of them here and there, we have personal relationship going.
In other places like Nigeria, East Africa, I mean, there is like no event can go on without a comedian being part of it. So, how do you look at comedy in Liberia? How is it doing?
I think there's comedy in Liberia. We're gifted. We got the gift. We know how to make people laugh, but we have to now get to the point how we can make money off of it. And also for Liberians to be able to look at, for right now, it seems like when they say entertainment, it's only about music. They have to be able to look at comedy too as entertainment and make comedy to be a part of, almost everything that they're having. I was just talking to Paul Flomo the other day, and he was telling me that they've never had a comedy show where they're having and everybody come together and stuff like that. So they're looking to do something like that. We need to get to the point where we can make money out of it like the Nigerians are doing. We got the gift, we got the talent, but we're not at the place yet where the gift is actually earning revenue. And once we can do that, I think, it will help our entertainment industry.
There's a comedy on Facebook. It's one of the best comedy video from Curtis is the one where he's interviewing CDC officials about the $16 billion issue. And I hope we'll find out to play later on, but let me, and that's from Madison Kemu. So, Asuni?
Yeah. Thank you, Dennis. And D. Curtis, I was just about to ask this question before Dennis came in. You talking about the market being a little limited now because you are only widely known in the Liberian community, and that it is not profitable right now. Is it more so because the Liberian community does not see comedy as that's very important? Is that why is that? What's your
I think it's because we have not gotten to the point where we market comedy as not just entertainment, but also a business strategy, or also a way to be able to earn revenue. I think for for the vast majority, especially for those that led the way, that started this whole comedy thing, I think it was more so about, oh yeah, let's just make the people laugh, let's get famous, let's get out there. So now with you coming with a different mindset and saying, hey, I'm gonna still make you laugh, but we want some type of pay in the process, I think we're still adjusting to that. Liberian people are more likely to buy tickets to go and watch their favorite artists, but we have yet to have a comedy. I'm speaking largely about America. We're yet to have a Liberian comedy show in the United States where people come from different neighboring states to just come and sit there and watch the Liberian comedian go at it and laugh, to pay and do that. The Nigerians are doing that. I collaborated with some Nigerians quite recently, and I had the opportunity to go and see how it's done. The Nigerians are doing that, and they do it on a regular, on a consistent basis. Until we actually market it that way to the Liberian people, then we won't be able to get that revenue. If we're just doing it in our churches like I used to do when I was growing up a few years back, it was just me making people laugh, and that was it. I didn't see it as you could get a living, you could make money out of this, until I started doing it and started studying and started following other people that are doing it and started seeing how much they're making, how they got from not making anything to making something. My whole mindset changed. So it's about changing the mindset as an individual and then changing the mindset as a community as well.
I'm going to push that question a little more again, but in another direction. Culturally speaking, growing up in Liberia, the one who will always come to make us laugh, who will all enjoy the laugh, but at the end of the day, we will think that, oh, that person is serious, Is that kind of mindset you're talking about that is still holding the growth of the industry back in Liberia?
Yeah, it's a typical mindset. Like in the American industry, comedians, if you look at and then it also applies to maybe when people see that you don't have anything else to do in life, but you're chasing comedy, then they think like, okay, well, you're just a crazy person, you don't have anything, so this is it for you. But when they see that you have a degree in accounting, you have a degree in management, you have all these backing, nevertheless you choose to be a comedian, they add some more value to you. So you're not just perceived as this crazy person just making people laugh. A comedian in America, some comedians are making more money, more than doctors and lawyers. Our society, we have to get to the point where, I remember even back then, when you tell somebody, say you won't become a musician, they say, oh, the man useless. Who won't be a musician? We're just now getting to the point where we're encouraging our kids to pursue other stuff into entertainment, and not just, oh, you gotta be a lawyer, you gotta be a doctor, you gotta go to school and stuff like that. So I think that's what it is too. If we see it as this is a career and not just some type of crazy man making us laugh, I think we'll be willing to make the payment.
Again, folks, in cyberspace, this is Focus on Liberia. We have with us Comedian D. Curtis, one of our own, and we are trying to promote his work that he does in his community and for all of us. Folks, please, we have a phone line there on the screen. You can now call in if you have a question, if you have a comment for D. Curtis. We will be more than happy to take your phone call so you can participate. D. Curtis, beside comedy, you MC, and you also told us that you write songs and you sing. We listened to one of your songs from the start of the show. Tell our audience a little more about the MC aspect of it. I know it's needed for events, you go, you're in charge and make everything to go smooth. At the same time, cracking joke. How is it going for you?
Well, the MC thing is going very well. And with that, with the MC thing, it's not like I'm not limited. I've done weddings for Nigerians. I've done weddings for Sierra Leoneans. I've done wedding for Liberians. But still, with that, Liberians has been, the largest people booking in that aspect. And what better person to have be your MC? Somebody that speak French, speak Creole, speak regular English, speak Liberian colloquial, you have a friend that is a Nigerian, you have a friend that is a Cameroonian or Ivorian or Senegalese or a Sierra Leonean. So me emceeing your wedding give you somebody that is diverse in different languages. So your audience are gonna have a good time regardless. And when I start my emceeing, I ask, my crowd to get to know who's from this country, and then I just flip from the different languages and stuff like that, and that just blow them away. That the fact that one person is standing there and speaking all these languages. So emceeing for me, is more than just going down a list, calling, oh, this is the next thing on the list. No, having me as an MC, you get my professional background, because hey, working in the financial industry, you know that two things you don't play with. You don't play with people money. You don't play with people women or people men. You don't do that. So working in the financial industry, I've experienced a lot of things, and I've dealt with them professionally. So you're getting that professionalism when you book me as an MC. And then apart from that, I'm an entertainer also. Being an entertainer, I can sing. I will sing at your wedding, and I make fun. I will tell jokes between the sets. Your people will enjoy. Your people just gonna have a good time. And it's all there on my page. You go on my page, you will see videos. People are having a good time. So the MC thing really, really, really took it to a whole different ball game for me. And that's, the MC thing got me going back to Canada now. I go there, I MC, I sing, and then I tell jokes. You book D. Curtis, one man, the man can MC for you. The man can sing for you. The man can tell jokes for you. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
And you say you're too old to dance now, but you used to dance. But I don't.
I used to dance. For some of my friends that see me here will tell you we used to dance in the church. We had we used to. But right now the bones not cracking, so I can't do that anymore.
Well, let me play this video on the and before I play the video on that 16 billion. I saw your YouTube is your subscriber like less than 300. I was surprised.
I'm telling you, like when people scared of YouTube. Not that YouTube in it. I saw you tell like when people subscribe, you causing somebody man.
No,
but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there little by little. Even some of the big artists, that are from our countries and stuff like that, their YouTube subscriber is not there yet.
Yeah.
I think we just need to find a strategy as to how we can position it to the people for them to, subscribe to it.
But Curtis, the politics getting views. The politics. So what are they doing differently that we're not doing? Because if any political thing, because there is this journalist in Monrovia, he just started, James Goode Flomo. I think he have like over 4,000 subscribers.
Yes, so that's exactly where Liberia is right now. Our country, politics is the center of everything. Nevertheless, they don't want us, the comedian, to get into politics. But go back and watch all my political videos. Man, I do a politics videos. Whether you like it or you not like it, or whether against your party or not against your party, they can watch it, they can share it, they can comment, they can get vests and all of that. So I know that's where the market is right now for our Liberian people. But the reason why, especially for me, the reason why I'm going slow with this, because I had somebody that reached out to me and said, oh, D. Curtis, we want to book you. I told them how much it costs and everything. They said, okay, yeah, we'll book you. We're going to go discuss it with the committee and then we'll come back. So they went and discussed it with the committee. Somebody from the committee saw their Joey video. I said, well, that man are opposition. We can't bring the man are opposition. So the man came back to me and said, oh, my man, they say you opposition and anything what we're doing is a fundraising for our war party and this. And I'm like, I'm not no opposition. Y'all leave me with the opposition thing. I'm not opposition. I'm not sedition. I'm Liberian. I can make fun with anything. So, after I start losing money over there, I said, okay, let me slow down a little bit. That's why I slowed down. But, Liberians right now, politics is it. Nobody should tell you wrong. You said you go buy political t-shirt right now. You sell it, like people will buy anything politics. They will buy it. Whether they like it or like it, they will can't see it.
Talking about that, let me play one of the videos and you tell me whether it's politics or not. But
let's get to business.
One of our viewers say he likes that, and so that one.
Gentlemen, you ready? Let's get to business. Sir, what does that have to do with this investigation? This is your final warning. Stay on the subject. Come on, stop singing. Why are you singing? Get to the business. Who are the people am I investigating first?
Compiers and combados, and the cornucopia of intellectualism. And on this string intellectual political psychometry to discuss issues of pertinence and relevance. Chairman of the tripartite session, committee of the Liberia People's Democratic Party, Sifaro intellectual, specification bureau.
So what is the grammatical implication of this politically?
Political Maradona.
Maradona? You mean Maradona stole the people money? The soccer player Maradona?
So at this time, Congress and friends, they will be responding and be discussing plethora of critical national issues.
If you are the gorilla, please go ahead, sir.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. So where do you stand on this missing money issue?
I stand on this terror free man that have magnetized revolutionary gladiators or revolutionary detectives.
Warriors, we are just investigating the money. Can we stick to the subject? God.
And let me begin by saying that it is written in Matthew chapter 9.
Oh, I love the Bible. That's a great place to start. Yeah, let's go to the Bible.
Beginning from verse 34 up to
34.
40.
To 40? There's no 40, sir. If there's one thing I don't appreciate, I don't appreciate being lied to. Matthew chapter 9, verses 34 does not have a 40 verse. So stop lying and stay true with me. I'm not here to play with you people. Continue.
Jesus said.
Jesus said? No, Jesus did not say.
And seeing the multitude, he was moved with compassion.
Jesus did it. Don't lie on Jesus. According to the scripture, verse 36, it said, but when Jesus saw the multitude, he did not say it. The places in the Bible when Jesus is actually speaking or when God is speaking is in red. Again, stop lying to me and talk to me about this money because you don't know anything about this Bible you're talking about. Let's keep going.
Because there was a shepherd.
There was a shepherd.
There was a sheep with all the shepherds.
There was a sheep.
They were doing a structural positional analysis.
What analysis?
See the plight of the Liberian people. His Excellency George Madam Weah was moved with compassion. We have come with credibility. We have come as a nationalist and a patriot in defense of His Excellency George Madam Weah.
Sir, again, this is an investigation. We are not defending His Excellency. I am investigating right now. Why is that guy yelling? Dog? Is that a dog crying? I heard a dog
Gave him the opportunity and the flow.
No, don't tell me.
Folks, in cyberspace, I was the man D. Curtis. Dennis, I saw you, you were just killing it. Couldn't help yourself.
When I first listened to this, I thought D. Curtis doctored the video. Is that how they speak?
He said he thought they what?
I thought you play with the video, but actually they were saying that their terminology blew me away.
I'm telling you.
What were they saying?
Man, I have a very crazy mind. I sit down and think about things that I shouldn't be thinking about. So each time, anything I watch, if I watch it 1 or 2 times, it's always a material for me to make a fun out of, make jokes out of. So when I sat down and watched this thing, I wasn't looking for any comedy material or anything like that. I was just trying to understand what was going on. But then all this funny thing that were just jumping. I mean, the man talking about Maradona. He talking about man, all that BB Bogner, the man is speaking. Trapata, Mampata. I'm like, what can I have to go look for dictionary to define some of these words. And then all of a picking there, he can't get, I grew up in a church. He can't get a scripture. So definitely my mind just tell me, say, check that scripture and see what the man talking about. Go check the scripture not there. I say, oh no, they won't part. Just because the scripture not there, I will do a video for the one. And I tell how the whole thing started. You know, it's funny, and it's not just that. I'm wondering though, what that minute? I can see the minute anymore. I can see the minute. The minute is a BC.
Yeah.
But they said the mayor was there, right?
I see the other one in the blue shirt. He's on a big person now, and I hear the one say the girl 17 continent. That again is another material, but I just see it now. I just lean it low because I tire from the OVE and over to the presidential. All in Liberia, you watch our politics, eh? If you really pay keen attention to these videos that surface on a daily basis, it's a good material for us, the comedians. Good material. If only the people understand, you know, this thing is entertainment. I will kill it every time with it, but you know, it gets to the point where if my money on the line, then I rather forget about that thing, forget about the politics, and do something so I can continue to get my money. But yeah, it's crazy.
And dear Curtis, moving away from the comedy a little bit, the video that we just watched and you made a comment about, really shows a bigger picture of who we are as a people with their politics thing now. And people will just come, say all the BB words, make empty noise, and not even touch the subject. And that's why you were trying to show that. We are talking about an investigation here, and you are just going around the circle with words that have nothing to do with the subject. And exactly. What does it tell us? And the other part is that you were just talking about, these are good material for you as a comedian to come in and make us laugh. But if you do so, people will put you in a category, and then, you know, it will kill your work instead of being an opportunity for you to make all of us laugh.
Yeah, you're right. If you look at the video, you know, around that time, a lot was going on about the money business. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody trying to find the money. I went on Prophet Key's show. I told Prophet Key, I say, hey, you guys are not going to find that money. The money will not be there. They will come up, the investigators will come, and for the sake of peace, you know, they will say to bring an investigator, and the investigator will come, and the investigator will tell you, I said, they ain't find no money. And this was way before the investigator came. I told Prophet Key on his show, y'all go by and watch the video. I said, there won't be no money. They won't find any money. And the reason why they have to do it this way is to maintain the peace. Because, you know, they don't want anything crazy to happen again in our country. But yeah, the video is exactly that. Let's focus on this. It's very hard for you to have a conversation when you're talking about one thing and the person talking about something else. I said, let's look for the money. The other man talking about Jesus said. No, we're talking about Jesus said. Let's look for the money. The other man say, warrior, trap, you know,
right.
It's funny, man.
As you said, that's where we are in our politics, in our national discussion. Even there's nothing you can do, and you are not saying has been for this side or that side. And no matter, even imagine I was interviewing someone who was a surrogate of the opposition, and when I asked for his father and mother, they came at me, they said, the man is sedition. So I said, well, we're trying to present this man, you know, because people see his political side, so we want to present him as a human being who has family just like any one of us. But that's for another story. But there's a comment here that say, you know, Curtis, go ahead. Who cares?
Because, I know exactly. Eventually, that's what I have to do.
Because we cannot, you know, continue. In fact, Liberia, we are the people that are historically known for making fun out of things, even out of our own situation. That's how other names in Liberia came about, like the place called Smell Noticed. Yeah, because people came there and they said the army people, anytime they cook their food, we just smell it, but you're not tasting. So they named the place Smell Noticed till this day. Even Chocolate City, they say when they used to drive through there, there was because that place was like bush, so people used to, defecate there. So because the toilet there, when they pass it in the bus, then it smell. So instead of calling it a bad name, they used to call it chocolate. So that's how it became Chocolate City. So we have the ability of trying to poke fun at ourselves to lessen the pain of whatever we're going through. So I think we should fight.
Yeah, and one thing I love to tell every Liberian, I said this one time I was on live. When we were all first born, the first thing that happened, we all fell on the soil Liberia. That's how we became Liberian. And if they were giving out birth certificate at the time, the first documentation you ever had with your name on it is a Liberian birth certificate. So we are first and foremost Liberian before anything. All of these other political parties, all of these, they came later on. They were invented later on. They were formed later on. But the first thing that connects us all is Liberia and Liberians. I think if we have that mindset that we are Liberian over everything, over our political affiliation and our political parties, and we care for our country wholeheartedly, I think we will go easy on each other. We would treat each other right, as opposed to pulling and fighting and tearing one another down in the name of politics, because all of this is not the root, it's not the foundation.
D. Curtis, Daniel read a comment to you that, Curtis, it's all joke. I mean, who cares? This is what you do. Your job and your goal is to entertain and to make us laugh.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be discouraged from doing a comedy about these opportunities that are coming up. The people that may be against it today, I guarantee you, few years from now, they will tend to appreciate it. Because I've seen in our lifetime, today I'm for this, for some reason, maybe a few years later, I said, no, I'm not for this because this is wrong now. This is not what I expected. Those very people who might be against your community today, tomorrow, they'll be a for A. And also, this is history that we are writing. Just as the newspaper man will write a story, and many years later, that story will be history. Your community will become history. And the truth will exonerate radio. So I think you should go for the comedy and not worry about why somebody say whether you zero position. For you, you know position.
And besides that, whatever situation is now, I am not encouraging you to do either of them. You can make that determination. But whatever situation, whatever the politics is today, it's going to change.
Yeah, the day I decided to take side, I mean, I'm ready to run for president.
Ukraine president and comedian. But let's we've gone a lot. Let's talk about booking D. Curtis. I know you had a video. You said, "See, I came from work. My daughter. I don't have time for my daughter and all those things. I put in so much time. So this is what I charge. How much I charge." So how people booking you? What are some of the price range, or what people look at? What is the process? What are some of the things? Where can we find information on you and all that? Sell yourself and how we can get in contact with you to book you or to get you doing some.
Well, to book me, you can, well, first and foremost, to find my work is D.Curtis Comedy on any social platform out there. D.Curtis Comedy. So D. Curtis Comedy on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, any platform. Facebook having to be my biggest platform. You can contact me through that. You can send a message. We're very responsive. People that deal with us, they will tell you we're very professional and very responsive to our inquiries. You can, once you reach through that medium, or you can go through an email. The email is bookdcurtis2018@gmail.com. You can go through that avenue as well. Send us an email, and then we'll respond to it. You can also call 804-714-7850. When you call, I will start the conversation and direct you to where you can go, because that's my direct line. Pretty soon it's going to be for the booking agent. Now, the process to booking me, once you get in touch and let your intention known, we'll ask you for what state and whatnot, and then the booking agent will take it from there. She tells you what is involved. Basically, what we do here is we have our. Are we still there?
Yeah, go ahead. Just trying to show you.
All right. So we have two packages. All right. The first package is the all-inclusive package, and what that means is if you pay that amount, you don't have to worry about anything else. All right. You don't have to worry about anything else. You don't have to worry about how I'm getting to your state or your city. You don't have to worry about where I'm going to stay or anything like that. Now, if you don't want that, we have the second package where you only pay the MC fee that we charge. Once you pay the MC fee that we charge, however, you are responsible for the airplane ticket, the hotel, and the car rental. We try to make it very reasonable, especially for my Liberian community. Right now, one of my clients is actually just got on my team. I MC her wedding, and it was so great. She liked how things went, and she made an offer that she would love to work on the team. And then we were planning and stuff like that, having our meeting. And I was like, oh, a lot of people from my community complain. She's like, quite honest, I complained about the amount. She said, quite honestly, when you told me the amount, I was so excited because it was one of the cheaper for the type of job that you do. I had to book right away. So other people think that my price is reasonable and others don't. And I'm bringing class to your event. I'm not, if you just want somebody that will come with a rampoche, be tracé, and come hold the microphone and say, okay, the next thing on the agenda, we'll come and call Pamore to do the prayer. Okay, Pamore finish with the prayer, we'll come and call this person. If that's what you want, that's what you pay for, that's what you're gonna get. For me, what I do, you're having a wedding. Not a lot of MC does this, and I'll tell you, and I'm okay with it. I have a meeting with you. Once you sign my contract, you send it back. You make the down payment, the deposit, your date is secure. I have a conversation with the bride and the groom. I have a meeting with them. So what are you guys looking for? What is the plan? How long you guys been together? Ask them questions. Get to know their love story. And then from there, I ask them, okay, so who are those that are involved in making this wedding or success, all day program or success? Oh, we have this person, we have that person, we have this person. What's their number? How can I get in touch with them? And then I reach out to these people and say, hey, I talked to my client. This is what they're looking for. I'm the MC. This is how I think we can do it. What are you looking to bring to the table for us to make sure that the day is grand? I have a meeting with these people separately, all right? And then after that, a week to the program, I touch base with them. And then 2 days to the program, I touch base with everybody to make sure things are great. So I put in all these time, take these notes to make sure I come out there and give you a good show. A wedding is supposed to be a once in a lifetime event. You don't want somebody to mess it up for you. But I can tell you, some of the clients, I'm not going to call their names. I'll tell you, they'll listen, they can validate that. I've went to a wedding before, all right? After with all this structure that I have, try to put things in place. Oh no, this person will take care of it. That person will take care of it. And then I got there, time to call the bridal party in. The DJ asking me, so what kind of song I'm playing for this other person now? DJ don't know. You know, those were like my early stages. I'm like, how would a DJ not know what type of song to play and stuff like that? You know, you get to the wedding, the bar is not open, the places are not, things are not together. Wedding organizer is nowhere to be found. Guests are standing outside, the best, they're angry, they won't go inside, the place hot or cold. You need somebody that is professional enough to be able to talk these people, calm their nerve down, you know, make them comfortable. And then when they come in, to have a good time. So I've experienced a lot of uncertainty when it comes with this stuff. And this is what you're paying for. You're getting top-notch services. So even if it's a concert that you're hosting, in between, somebody that tells the joke, somebody that can reach out to a total client, a total stranger and have a conversation. Not a lot of people can do that. And that's what I do on a professionally. That's my job. Like I'm supposed to take a phone, call a business that I don't know from anywhere, tell them who I am and tell them why I'm good at what I do for them to bank with my bank that I bank with. So if I can do that for somebody that have more money than me, somebody that can write $1 million check will come and listen to me. If I can do that for them and do it successfully, what make you think that when you book me for your wedding or your event, it's not going to go right? Who else to go with? Apart from me being gifted with the ability to sing, the entertainment and all of that, you're getting top-notch professionalism.
Again, folks, in cyberspace, this is Focus on Liberia. Here at this network, we elevate, we educate, and we promote all things Liberia. Today, we are promoting one of our own, D. Curtis. He is a Liberian comedian. He just explained to you how you can reach him and book him for any event of your choice, be a wedding, maybe protocol event. I didn't hear that though. I'm just adding mine there. One is an event and you need somebody to MC for you. D. Curtis is your guy. Dennis?
Yeah, he said even divorce. I never saw he can MC it and it go grand.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Right. Let me read a few comments from our Facebook. Sarah Eastman said, the problem I see with most of Liberian comedians, they don't send out the real message to the public, which they should be doing for the people to get to understand. And another message here from Cyrus again. He said, you just have to focus on bringing the right message to the people and don't listen or mind what others that don't understand what is this all about. Nieta Dakinas, just thumb up, agree with you. That's true. Business with no pleasure, and she's like promoting you here. And there's a lot of people watching saying, hello, D. Curtis, thank you again for your platform. Thank you for your work and the rest of it. So these are some comments from our viewers. Once again, let me check our phone lines. Okay, there's no call on the line. So I think we're going to be wrapping this up. D. Curtis, is there anything that we didn't touch on that you do that you want to bring to the forefront?
Yeah, music. D. Curtis is into music. A lot to expect next year. I got a lot of songs in studio, mostly gospel. But I'm not limiting myself to just gospel music. I'm a Christian. I believe in the Lord. I love God and stuff like that. But hey, creativity comes from every angle. So if I need to sing about the ladies, I'll sing about the ladies. But the vast majority of my craft will be gospel songs. So more gospel songs are coming out. My first show, I'm planning my first show for August, in August. See? Talking about organization, August, way over there. My first comedy show will be in August in Philadelphia. So, once we secure the building, we're still negotiating with the building. Once the building is secure, we'll start the promotion and letting people know this will be my first stand-up comedy show, comedy/music put together. Grand. I have some great names that are going to be on this. They've already agreed and stuff like that. So we're putting things together. I want to thank, Focus on Liberia for the opportunity. Thanks for the time. It's people like you that we need in a community that promotes positivity and give us the opportunity for us to reach out to your audience and other audience out there to let them know what we do, for them to be able to follow us and book our services. I want to thank the Liberian people. We hear a lot. They said Liberian don't support. That has not been my narrative. I came into the game and I've been getting support a lot, especially from the ladies. I appreciate you guys a lot. So I thank you all for the support. With this continuous support, I am certain I can get to where I need to be, and I'll be able to fly the flag of Liberia up high with the support. So thank you all very, very much. I appreciate every love and support that I'm getting from everyone.
Sonny?
And so, folks, that's the man, D. Curtis. We have been here a little over an hour in an exclusive interview with one of our own, D. Curtis. You can find D. Curtis on Facebook. You can also find him on YouTube. Go to a YouTube channel and subscribe. You will see all of his work and you will appreciate the work he's doing. He is a representative of our community and we need to promote him. This is what we do here at Focus on Liberia. We promote all things Liberia. It's been a great time with you here, folks. We enjoy you following us always. This is Focus on Liberia, and my name is Anthony Sie, and Dennis Ja also has been hosting. Dennis?
Well, we want to thank you all for watching. On Tuesday, join us here for the Hour of Politics with Mr. Anthony Sie. He's Talk Politics on Tuesday, so be our guest. Again, D. Curtis, we want to say thank you so much for your time. We want to thank our viewers for watching.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It all happens in the right time. She now wake up.
That's good.
So yeah, thank you so much. And you are in Virginia, right? So you love. They said no argument to the water side. You saw the man. That's a song, and you saw him jamming it. Thank you again for watching. From us at Focus on Liberia, we say good night and God bless.
Thank you.